Good afternoon, it's the Forest Nutritionist here, and I'm going to be talking about all the gear that I'm taking on the Appalachian Trail. So let's start with the gear that I will be wearing first of all. We'll start from the bottom. So first of all, Salomon Ultra X Ultra shoes. These are hiking shoes. They're rugged, they're comfortable, they have all the support I need. I'll be using these Dirty Girl gaiters to keep the sticks and pebbles out of my shoes, that you would have that problem with shoes and versus hiking boots. Then I have Gymshark sports bra. I'm bringing a toque and merino wool knitted mittens. They're homemade. Then I have a moisture wicking Under Armour t-shirt. I went with black so that it doesn't show the dirt. My hiking pants are Eddie Bauer's. I love this brand for hiking pants. They're stretchy, they wick water, they dry fast. So then for my base, like my mid layer, I'm either going to be wearing this sweater, which is a Columbia fleece sweater, which is my favorite hiking sweater, or this Harley Davidson one with a zipper. I may go with this one just because it's lighter. This one's heavier because it has the zippers. Then the other jacket that I will be taking is a Ghost Whisperer Mountain Hardwear Puffy. That is the best jacket for the warmth versus weight ratio after doing much research. My rain gear is going to consist of Nike lined rain pants. I just bought these at Winners. It come with a jacket too, but I'm not taking the jacket because it doesn't have a hood. I am taking this camouflage jacket though. I bought that at Bass Pro Shop. It's very light and packs up nice. Then I also have a Frog Tog poncho. It might be a little overkill for rain gear, but I want this because it'll keep my backpack dry as well, like the straps when it's raining. And I also have an Osprey rain cover for my backpack. My extra clothes that I'm going to be bringing is, of course, a ball hat. Everybody needs that for bad hair days. This is a buff. It is for your hair. You can use it as a scarf. You can use it as a towel. My base layer is Icebreaker merino wool. I have long johns and a shirt. They're the 200 thickness. I didn't go with the 260 even though I'm always cold because they're a lot bulkier. I've got ex officio sports bras and underwears, extra pairs. I'm bringing like 4 extra pairs and 2 extra pairs of socks. And then the stuff sack for my extra clothes is there. I will be carrying a fanny pack on around my waist, and this is going to keep my identification in it. And my phone, it is waterproof, and probably a few snacks for the day. Also, I have socks here for wearing also that I'm going to be wearing while I'm hiking. And this is a day pack from Ocean Research. It's waterproof and it can also double as a stuff sack. And I'll be using this when I go into town to get my resupplies so I don't have to bring my whole backpack into the store. I have a massage ball. It's made out of cork. I went with this one rather than the typical round ones because it's a lot lighter. These are my trekking poles. They're black diamond. They are also going to be for my tent because I have a duplex Z-Pax tent which doesn't come with hiking or tent poles. It uses trekking poles instead. So you just put these into the ground and extend them up and they serve as your tent poles. I might want to mention too, I'm going to have a pair of camp shoes. These are the knockoff Crocs, but they're great for water crossings and just wearing around at night at the campsite because it's comfortable and you just want to take your shoes off. So then we will go with electronics. I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus, which is on my tripod that is filming this video. The tripod is a U-Breeze tripod and it fits in there. That's the little case for it. To charge my phone and my Garmin, I'm going to be taking this big Anchor. It's pretty heavy and pretty bulky, but it does charge my phone like 6 or 7 full charges, so it's worth its weight in gold. Then I have my InReach Mini Garmin. This is for family and friends to be able to know where I'm at all times, even if I don't have cell phone service. And then of course the cords for everything. I am bringing a 3-port USB wall charger so that I can plug more than one thing in at once. Headphones, of course, to listen to my ebooks and music if I want while I'm hiking. I've upgraded my headlamp. I just had an old Canadian Tire one that I've used for years, which worked fine, but I thought it was time for a new one, so I went with the Black Diamond. This is 325 lumens and it's super, super bright. So that takes care of the electronics. These are just here, they're little toe warmers. I'm just bringing them because we're starting fairly early in March and it might be cold. I'm bringing this little wee tiny pocket knife. It just clips onto my backpack and it has a bunch of little holes. I don't know if you can see that. I can also put it on a lanyard and have it around my neck if I want to have it on my person all the time. This little guy, that's the remote for my phone for the tripod. Now, let's talk about my bear safety stuff. I will be picking up bear spray, but I'll get that in the States because I can't bring it on the airplane. For my food storage, I have decided to go with the Ursack Major. It's a Kevlar bag that is proven to be safe, and the dogs aren't supposed to get into it either. The grizzlies have tested this out and it's supposed to be good. So hopefully Mr. Bear stays out of my food. You don't have to hang this, you can just tie it to a tree with this cord, and as long as the bears can't untie it, they won't get your food. So I hope that's true. This is just paracord to throw the food up in a tree if I do decide to hang it. And then just to make that bag even better, we put our food and scented items in this scent-proof bag. And it is made by Locksack. And I think it's called an Upsack bag or something like that. So that is for my food. Now I also have a scent-proof bag here, just a small one, for my toiletries. And for my toiletries, what I'm taking is baby powder. I don't usually carry that hiking, but I will for this trip just because we're going to be gone so long. Toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss. I have a little hairbrush that doubles as a mirror, and the mirror will be for checking for ticks in hard to see places. So I feel it's a necessity to bring that. I have a little container which I'll refill with lotion. I'm traveling with a partner, so her and I can buy our lotion together, like a small one, facial lotion, and then just split it and put it in our containers. I have chapstick with SPF in it, and this one I like for windburn and stuff at night. And then this one is SPF 20. I'll use that during the day. Then of course I've got some Dr. Bonner's Castile soap and a little scrubby to do my dishes. I have a nail file, a tweezer, and nail clippers. And then this is No Pong natural deodorant. I wasn't going to bring deodorant, but I'm going to because this stuff, you only need a wee tiny amount. I don't know if I can even get this open. But this little container will last about a month if you're using it every day. And I wouldn't be using it every day. I'd only be using it like after we leave town to kind of stay somewhat fresh. Then my hairdresser gave me a bunch of these samples of really good conditioner so that I'll be able to throw those in there, and I'm putting some of these in my mail drops as well so that I'll at least be able to condition my hair properly once in a while. So I also have a little tiny notebook and a pen for writing things down, phone numbers, addresses, stuff like that if I don't want to use my phone for it, or notes. I have some double-sided Velcro which works for my gaiters to attach them to the back of my shoes. This is self-explanatory: toilet paper, hand sanitizer. I'll also be putting some wipes in there as well. This is to dig a hole to do my business in. And then the first aid essentials that I'm going to be bringing is 2 different size tick keys. I have an antibiotic here. If I do get a tick on me, I can use that. I'm bringing my Isogenics lavender essential oil for bug bites to take the itch away. That can also be used as an antiseptic cleaner. This is a triple antibiotic ointment. I have a few different size band-aids and blister pads, antiseptic wipes, Benadryl, Advil, and an emergency blanket. So then we'll move on to my food and cooking system. This is a shaker cup, and I know it's a bit heavy and bulky, but I do bring it because it has a shaker ball in it, and it also doubles if one of my smart water bottles breaks or something, and I can make my shakes in this one. I always bring, or I don't always bring, I seen this in a video somebody suggested, so I'm gonna try this. They bring a bandana so they can fold it out so that if they have to lay any food out, they're not laying it down on the ground. And I thought that was a great idea. Plus, if I don't use it for that, I could use it for my hair. So I'm bringing an insulated coffee mug because I like to have a lid on my coffee, a long spoon, and a collapsible plate for my food. I've had this one for a long time. It's Sea to Summit. And then in here is my little stove. I made a homemade cozy for my stove, and that'll help preserve my fuel, and when I put my hot water in my food, it can soak and not lose its heat. So that's just made out of the reflective stuff that you would put in your windshield to keep the sun off of your vehicle. And that idea I got from Dixie. She's one of the YouTube videos that I have watched all her videos about all her long distance hikes, and that's one of the tips that she recommends. My pot is a Boundless Voyage 800 milliliter titanium cook pot. I went with the larger one because I like to boil enough water for my food and my tea or hot chocolate or coffee at the same time. I've got matches and a lighter. This is my little stove. Yes, there's a stove in there. It's the tiniest wee thing. It's a BRS stove, and it works amazing. So that's that. I always bring a little piece of ShamWow to dry my pot. That all fits in there like so. So that is my cooking system. And here is my air mattress. It's a brand new one. I bought this one. This is my luxury. It's bigger and bulkier and heavier, but it's 25 inches wide, so I'm not going to fall off of it. And it's like 3 inches thick. And it's a 3-season pad, so I should be very comfortable in that. I decided to upgrade to that. It was a lot more money than I wanted to spend, but I believe if I'm going to be in the woods for 5.5 months, I need to be able to sleep. Then I have this Thermarest sit pad. That's to sit on the ground in case the ground is wet. You always have a soft, comfortable spot to sit. This is my inflatable Sea to Summit pillow. It just blows up, which is awesome. Gotta have me a pillow. And also what I do with this is I put my buff over top of this at nighttime, so there's my pillowcase. These are tent pegs. I ordered them off Amazon. They're super light titanium tent poles, tent pegs. And like I said earlier, my hiking poles double as my tent poles. These are the pegs. This is my tent. It is a Cuban fiber Z-Pax duplex tent. I don't have it in a stuff sack because it slides right in the front of my backpack there. This is my new backpack. It's an ultralight Osprey Luma 60 liter, and my tent fits right in here and doesn't take up any space inside my tent or inside my pack. So we'll talk about this pack for a minute. This is the new pack we bought last season to test it out. It's super ultralight. It only weighs 1.6 pounds. So I'm really excited about that. I also have a trash compactor bag inside it that I use as a pack liner. It's just an extra defense against the rain. So my sleeping bag. First of all, I have this. I bought this in Calais in the States probably 4 years ago. It's 100% down. It's just, oh, I love it so much. It's a 0-degree bag, so it is good probably on its own in the summertime. But I have just recently purchased this guy, which is a sleeping bag liner, and it's a Reactor Extreme, and it will increase the warmth of my bag by 15 degrees. So that, they say that if you're sleeping in an environment that is 0 degrees, your bag should be rated for -10. This is for the Canadians out here. So I'm good till -15 with this combination right there. And because I'm always cold, I'm going one a bit above, and I'm bringing my little down Costco quilt, which will be along with me for the probably first month, I'm thinking, depending on how warm it is in Georgia when we arrive there. So once the weather gets warmer, I will ship back home my Costco quilt, my mittens, my toque, probably my base layer, and one of my, like either this sweater or my puffy, I'm not sure. So that's all of my gear that I'm taking. All this weighs just about 20 pounds, 20 or 21 pounds. I haven't actually weighed it all with my new air mattress, but when I weighed it last time with my other one, it was just about 20 pounds. So I'm gonna say it's 21 pounds tops is my base weight. Of course, there will be water and food on top of that. We didn't talk about water. This is my water filtration system. I don't have a smart water bottle now, but I will be purchasing those along the way, the 1 liter smart water bottles. And this just screws right into the top, and then I'm just gonna drink right out of that. Or if I wanted to filter it into here to make my shake, I screw this on to the bottle and squeeze the bottle, and it'll filter out into there. As long as I remember to not drink out of my bottle, I should be all right. This little gadget I got for $3 off of Amazon. It goes on there, and you can back flush your filter to clean it. I have an extra lid in case I lose one of the lids. And then I'm bringing water purification tablets as a backup in case something happens with my filter. Now, I've learned from watching other YouTube videos that this cannot freeze. If this freezes, it's no good. It's garbage. So this little guy will be sleeping inside my sleeping bag with me, or be in my pocket when it's really cold out, because I don't want to lose that. But they do have this at Walmarts and stuff now, so I don't have to worry about getting it on Amazon. And that is everything. I talked about the massage ball, I believe. That's for massaging my feet at the end of a day of hiking all day long. So there you have it. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel when it ever gets up and running. If you're watching this, that means I figured it out. 31 days and counting. Everything is ready. All I gotta do is worry about stuff at home. So see you out on the trail for more videos.